Good day, everyone. I'm Jasper from grade 6 Gumburza. Before the holiday begins, I'm going to present to you the respiratory system. So, just sit back and let us learn together. What is the respiratory system? The respiratory system is the network of organs and tissues that help you breathe. It includes your airways, lungs, and blood vessels. The muscles that power your lungs are also part of the respiratory system. These parts work together to move oxygen throughout the body and clean out waste gases like carbon dioxide. What does the respiratory system do? The respiratory system has many functions. Besides, help you inhale, breathe in, and exhale. Allows you to talk and to smell. Warms air to match your body temperature and moisturizes it to the humidity level your body needs. Delivers oxygen to the cells in your body. Removes waste gases including carbon dioxide from the body when you exhale. Protect your airways from harmful substances and irritants. The respiratory system can be divided into upper respiratory system that includes the nose, nasal cavity, paranasal sinuses, and pharynx, and lower respiratory system that includes the larynx, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Upper respiratory system. Nasal cavity. The nasal cavity is the chamber between external and internal nares. Coiled, shelf-like extensions of bones called conchae extend from the lateral walls of the nasal cavity toward the nasal septum. Narrow passageways between the conchae are called mitosis. The air that passes through the mitosis is filtered, warmed, and humidified. Paranasal sinuses. Paranasal sinuses are a group of four paired air-filled spaces that surround the nasal cavity. Pharynx. The pharynx is the passageway connecting the nasal cavity, oral cavity, esophagus, and larynx. It is shared by the digestive and respiratory tracts. Lower respiratory system. Larynx. Air enters the lower respiratory system through an opening called the glottis. The larynx is a cylindrical structure that surrounds, protects, and controls the glottis. Vocal folds. Flank the glottis and contain elastic tissue that vibrate to produce sound. Trachea. The trachea is a tough, flexible tube that is supported by 15 to 20 C-shaped tracheal cartilages, which are attached by annual ligaments. Primary bronchus. The trachea divides into right and left primary bronchi, which are similar to the trachea in design. The primary bronchi enter each lung at an indentation called the hilus. Superficial anatomy of lungs. The right and left lungs are situated in the pleural cavities and are shaped like blunt cones, with a blunt superior apex within the base of the neck and a concave base on the surface of the diaphragm. Lobes of lungs. Each lung is divided into distinct lobes. The right lung has 3 lobes: a superior, middle, and inferior lobe. The left lung has only 2 lobes: a superior and inferior lobe. Internal structure of the lungs. Bronchi. After the primary bronchi enter the lungs, they immediately branch into smaller and smaller passageways, giving rise to what is called the bronchial tree. The bronchi within the lungs are now referred to as intrapulmonary bronchi. Bronchioles. As the tertiary bronchi branch within a segment and become smaller, the cartilaginous plates that supported the wall disappeared, and the outer wall is dominated by smooth muscle. These passageways are now called bronchioles. Alveolar ducts and alveoli. Within the lobule, the terminal bronchiole divides into bronchioles whose walls become thinner and develop thin pouches called alveoli. The respiratory bronchioles divide into multiple linear passageways lined by alveoli that end in sacs surrounded by alveoli. The linear passageways are alveolar ducts and the sacs are alveolar sacs. That alveolar walls are associated with capillaries and elastic fibers that enable the alveolar ducts and sacs to maintain their relative positions after expansion. What are the ways to keep your respiratory system healthy? First, don't smoke. Avoid harmful environmental factors such as smoke, dust, and chemicals. Exercise, preferably away from busy roads with high air pollution. Wash your hands regularly to prevent infections. Eat a healthy, vitamin-rich diet. Drink plenty of water. Introduce plants into your living spaces. Practice good hygiene. Consider having the flu vaccine each year and other vaccines if indicated. Discuss this with your doctor. That ends my presentation. Thank you for listening. May the blessings of this season visit your home and grace you with lasting peace and happiness. Happy holidays to each and everyone. Don't forget our hashtag, be the one, hashtag, be a Felician.